smoke
medical,
weed every day.
The following thoughts on Hoppe Hour represent Brian Hoppe and Plastic. Listener discretion is advised.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2, Hoppe. Hoppe, Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe and Allessia.
Al Pacino is going to be a dad again. The 83-year-old Hollywood icon is expecting his first child with girlfriend Noor Al-Fala, a rep for Al.
I'm going to assume, Allessia, it's the first and only child that Al Pacino will be having with that gold-digging loser. Did you hear about that?
Is she a gold digger?
Yes.
No, they both get what they want from the relationship. It is what it is.
Well, he's an idiot for assuming that his sperm was dead.
That's exciting. I don't think he did. I think he didn't care at this point. He can hire nannies if he needs to.
There's going to be a little bit of guilt, though. Like, you're not going to be around. He's not going to be around that long. It's like Alec Baldwin having the kid at like 59. He can live to be 100 and the kid will be 41. He's going to be 83 soon. Al Pacino is, or he's already 83. So he'll be 101 when the kid graduates high school.
Wow. 101.
It's irresponsible as hell. And that loser, gold-digging imbecile, whatever her name is, she needs to find some type of occupation. Oh, wait, that's right. She got what she wanted. And it's an embarrassment because hopefully she will be able to get the kid a shrink or some type of help because the dad is not going to be around, especially if it's a daughter, which you always need a father in a daughter's life. I've dated girls with daddy issues, and let me tell you, when you have a deadbeat father or a father that's not present, the woman is screwed. So hopefully Al Pacino gets the fountain of youth and lives to be 150.
I think it's great.
Why? Another life on this planet that's already screwed.
You know, everybody has their shit, Ryan, and comes from different family dynamics. So it is what it is. And I wonder the percentage of women and men that date, you know, much older, right? Like there has to be she's not the only woman with an older guy who's wealthy, you know.
She just trapped him. I know he's going to be dead in 3 days.
He's getting what he wants from her, Ryan.
He thought his sperm was dead.
They're in a mutual agreement. She didn't trap anyone. They both agreed to be with each other.
He has it pretty good too, because he's not going to be around that long, so he won't have to deal with that much of the kid. It's not like he's Alec Baldwin having kids where you have 40 years left. He has a maximum of 17 to 20 years left, so it's solid.
Are you saying that if you found a sugar mama, first of all, would you?
No, I don't want kids.
Okay, but if you found a sugar mama that's like, I will take care of everything you want, Ryan. I'll pay for everything. I'll put you up in a place.
It'll have to be in paperwork, and there's an NDA. Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you something.
But you would.
Allessia, let me finish my sentence here. I'm going to tell you that I know from firsthand experience, I know from things in the past that a handshake agreement with an ex means absolutely, positively nothing. An NDA like Jack Harlow has for every girl he hooks up with, or Tiger Woods, you need an NDA. You need paperwork, because when you break up with somebody, the loyalty is dead, even if it's 50% done. You know what I'm saying? So if I were to do this when I'm 80, I would need paperwork. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go by the word of mouth, Allessia, and go, oh, I trust the other person. You get what I'm saying here? You are a very trustworthy woman, so you don't realize that there's other gold-digging losers and clout-chasing imbeciles that only date people for fame, and then when fame goes away, so do they. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I was just more so curious if you would consider...
No, I don't want kids. I want this to end here. I'm good.
No, I'm not just to have kids. would you have a sugar mama? You're saying it has to be on paper. So let's say it's on paper, but you're saying that you would.
Why not? I'm broke. Well, why the hell not? I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Oh, cool.
I'm also close to the age of sugar mamas, so it would be like having like...
Are you?
Well, I'm about to be 30, and sugar mamas are between 40 to 70, so I'm getting up there. Mm-hmm. I'm not as young. I'm not as youthful as I used to be. You know how I know I'm not as youthful? When I'm working promotion events for Beasley Media Group, I used to be able to carry that tent with no issues at all. I could carry that tent, and I felt like Thor. I felt like Paul Bunyan or something. I felt so manly. I probably shouldn't admit this. I dropped it. It didn't break. Nothing happened, guys. But I was like, oh. And two of the girls I was working with are like, are you sure you got this? I'm like, yeah, I got it. It's not like I've been out in the sun for 7 hours. I got it. So embarrassing having the girls you work with being like, are you okay, buddy? Will you be able to carry this tent into the Hummer?
So funny that we're talking about the tent, because the other day I was at the beach and I bought a new pop-up tent for my kids, right? And I guess it's been a minute since I put up those promo tents when we worked for the radio stations. I was like, I've got this. How hard can it be? Like, I used to bing, bang, boom, pop those babies up, and we were set. And I could not figure it out. It took me like 20 minutes. The wind was blowing hard. Like, the sun was already setting. We didn't really need it.
So there was this old guy that came up to me at one of the events. And if you want to work at Beasley Media Group, apply. Because they're looking for, I'm not saying you, but people listening, they're looking for hardworking people that want to carry tents and get into radio. But currently, they're growing their team, including me being hired a month ago. But they have like 4 events, so they have to spread people out. You can't just have 4 people at one event. So when you put up the tent, usually there's 4 people that do the job, but for most events, it's 2 people, which is completely fine. You get the job done, whatever. You grind it out. Some old guy was like, isn't this a job usually for 4 people? It's like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Go away.
Ryan, you're on one today. I feel the energy in the air right now.
It's not bad energy. I'm not mad. There's nothing wrong. What is the energy you're feeling? I think I'm fine. I'm just not happy-go-lucky. I'm not like, woo!
No, normally you're like pumping me up and you're positive, and I
got right to the point. I didn't even do any opening dialogue. I got right into Al Pacino.
You were triggered by Al Pacino. Wow.
Confirmed to Access Hollywood on Tuesday. The couple has been linked since April 2022, and the 29-year-old mom-to-be is 8 months pregnant, NBC News reports. This will be the Oscar winner's 4th child. He is already dad to 33-year-old daughter Julie Marie, as well as 22-year-old twins Anton James and Olivia. Before Al, Noor had relationships with Mick Jagger and billionaire Nicholas Berggruen.
Oh, she's with them for their personality. Oh, man. She's not even that pretty. Like, she's pretty, but like...
Let me see. What?
She looks like a girl you'd see at like the Hustler Club or 2000 or what is it, 3001,
She's
2001.
Really pretty. What are you talking about?
She's got like exotic dancer vibes. Like she'll put on a 4-minute song for $50 and the speakers suck.
She looks pretty to me.
You ever been to a gentleman's club?
Once.
I didn't realize I've been to like every single one in this town.
I don't like
with just
them.
different. Me neither. They creep me out.
I love them.
No, I actually do not.
Really?
No, because it's just you leave and you just feel very blue.
It's
Get what I did there?
Yes, I got it. You know, it takes me a minute.
I was actually
like,
proud
wow,
of that one.
are you sad because...
Well,
are you sad because, like, is it the dollar amounts you're spending that make you feel blue?
Well, first of all, I've always had rich people that would pay for it. And no, it's a fact. You think with the money, the amount of money for a lap dance is like half my paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Which is $80,000. Because the lap dances are $170,000. That's what I'm saying.
Your math is great today.
Yeah. Oh, man, you're spicy.
Actually,
you are spicy today.
I have to tell you about
what do you have to tell me about?
My experience at the strip club.
What?
So this had to have been over 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. My friend, I shouldn't even name her, but she used to drink and then loved to go to the strip club. Yep. So I would go with her. once. I went with her once.
Only once.
And I was like sitting in a lounge with her and her two friends. I'm like, okay, so what do we do? And she's like, well, they just come up and like they will ask if you want a lap dance or they will massage you. And my ears perked up and I'm like what kind? Like a back massage?
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, for like $10, she'll like massage your back. I'm like, dude, that's all I want. I want my back massaged. So when the girl came up, I'm like, can you like rub my shoulders and my back? Like, that's all I want. And so I essentially paid for a hot masseuse for a solid 5 minutes.
Really?
And that's my story. And then I peaced out.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? There was a ex-girlfriend I had in my life who went to one of the massage parlor places and heard this sound effect in the other room and left.
This is so disturbing. The sound and stop, Ryan. The sound in my ear.
If you want to hear that sound.
No, I never want to hear that sound again.
If you want to hear this sound, just come to my apartment at 11:30 at night.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah, man. You know who I was hanging out with today at work? You know who I was cleaning out the closet with?
Who?
Romeo. It was a good vibe. The guy was cracking me up over and over again. What's wrong, Allessia? Why are you frowning? We need music for the show. I don't see you providing anything, and I think his music's good.
Sorry, Romeo. I just feel like I'm
under attack?
Tripping too hard. Can't listen to your music.
You don't appreciate trips or getting high or anything. You go, oh no, what's the negative effects of it? If you take kratom or you take an edible, you always go in looking for the bad experience. You don't go in looking for the positive experience. You got to go in, and appreciate it, Allessia. You know what you need? You know what you need to appreciate? Mitra 9.
You know what, Ryan?
The best Kava and Kratom around. Mitra-9.com. Use keyword Hoppe at checkout. Save 20%. What were you going to say, Allessia?
I went back to look at a picture and creep on Al Pacino. 83 years old, and his girlfriend's 29. I mean, I just would feel like I'm with my grandfather. That would freak me out. I don't know how women do it. I don't know how they do it.
When you have no talent and no redeeming values, and all you're able to provide is... Trust me. You're going to have sex with an 83-year-old.
Oh, dear
When
Lord.
all you can provide to this planet, not a job, not any hustling, not any talent, when the only thing you're able to provide is... Trust me, your options are limited. You know what's not limiting? The haircuts you can get with richkbarber.com. You like this new era? Because I was looking at old pictures from like when I worked at iHeart, and Pat and Aaron were like, you should grow out your hair. It looks totally good. I looked like trash. I looked like a homeless guy that was making pornos when I had the facial hair a few months ago.
I thought you liked the facial hair.
I thought I did too.
He scoped you.
I thought I liked the facial hair too until I saw a girl that I went on a few dates with back in November. I saw her at Dignitary on 420, and we're chilling in the back, and she was like, oh, I see you're growing out the facial hair. And I'm like, yeah, Melissa, do you like it? That's her name. And she goes, no, it looks like whiskers.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
What?
Who cares what other people think?
Oops.
You have to like it, right?
Maybe I should never have cut it. Maybe I should have left it the way it is. I think I look cleaner, though. More clean.
Whatever you like. That's what counts. And whatever Rich recommends, because he's the professional. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rich.
You're welcome.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Watch out. Hoppy is about to rant.
Like a $9,000 prostitute, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
So one of the radio legends that listens to our podcast that reviews it, Mike McVeigh. I've known him for 10 years. He is a radio legend. Like he hired or worked with Don Imus in Cleveland before he went to New York. Worked with every radio name ever. He listened to our show and said that we needed to work on interrupting each other, which we've gotten better at. We need to work on it, but we've gotten better. But I'll never forget. He said our show is like a married couple of 20 years bitching at each other back and forth. And let me tell you, the conversations that we have off air are equivalent to that. It's the same vibe. It's the same thing. And I'm getting as much sex and as laid as a married person of 20 years.
Oh my goodness.
Dude, you know how many people have
You
come
just
up to me?
made it sound like I'm doing something.
I've had so many people come up to me and go, have you hooked up with Allessia yet? I'm like, can you not have a female friend that you don't have sex with? And a lot of these people are the ones that are like, why am I not getting laid?
Well, first of all, I actually feel like that guy's comment was a compliment, saying that we're like an old married couple of 20 years.
It is a compliment.
I felt like it is. Like that's a compliment to me. We're just vibing over here.
And we have worked on our interrupting since then.
Who doesn't want to...
Get what I did there? I said interrupting, and then I completely and utterly interrupted you. That's what I do here, Allessia. I provide the humor.
You're not the only person.
Yeah, what?
Hilarious.
Go on. What were you
You're
going to
not
say?
the only person that thinks I interrupt, so I do need to be better at listening.
It was funny. Who is your friend that's getting married?
Danielle.
The one that was at the your birthday party last week.
Danielle.
Yeah, she was like, when you introduced me, you're like, this is my co-host, Ryan. And she's like, oh, it's Radio Man. I was like, that's a pretty cool name. I like
she
it.
knew?
What?
Radio Man.
That was what she said. That should be a superhero.
Yeah, Radio Man.
And just go town to town and help out the radio shows that need to be, saved.
Oh, no, the signal's down. Here he comes.
I must go to Seattle to help out BJ Shea. You would have to be in radio to get that reference. It's a show in Seattle. He also listens to us. We have a lot of people that listen to us.
Well, that's
We're
great.
kind of a big deal. Kind of.
Yes, we are. Speak it into the universe, Ryan. That's all we got to do.
Do you have anything in your pile? Back when we recorded at iHeart, it was actually a legit pile of papers. But then when we went back to my apartment, because I don't work at iHeart anymore, but I'm working on doing things at Beasley, we currently do it where I send you the news clips to your phone. You know, that's how we vibe. That's how we work. So what is something you've opened up from Facebook Messenger? Because I'll go to Daily Mail or TMZ and send links.
I love it. So first in my pile, a record number of women in their 40s are having children, as reported by the CDC.
Yeah.
We were just talking right before this about Al Pacino and his, girlfriend who's 29 having a baby. Age, well, it does have a limit. I was going to say age has no limit, but in this case, when it comes to pregnancy, it does. But a record number in their 40s. Would I have a child in my 40s? Yes, I would.
You totally would.
I totally would.
Because you'll be having baby fever.
Yes.
And you'll be seeing all the Gen Zs like in their 30s having kids, and all your kids are growing up, and Mateo's underage drinking, and your daughter's getting all A's, and you're like, I want to do it again.
It would be a totally different experience, because my first time around I was 23, which was considered a younger mom.
Yeah, you don't say.
And so all of the ladies at the school, preschool, were like, oh, you're a young mom. And they were like the older moms. But this, the next time around, if I was in my 40s, I'd be considered the older mom. I'd be like the wise old hot owl. I hope I'm still good looking and wrinkle free.
Well, if anything is equivalent, and according to your mom, if you look the way your mom looks at her age, let me tell you, she looks better than half the girls you see in Ybor City on a Friday night.
Well, I would hope so. That's not really a high standard. My goodness, Ryan.
Why do you hate Ybor? Ybor is heaven on earth. I love Ybor. You walk around and there's a bunch of cocks. No, literally. They're out there, going choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
You know what I'm talking about? The chickens that run around?
Sure.
I wasn't talking about penis when I said cock. You have a dirty
the
mind,
chicken.
you
See,
dirty girl.
It takes me so long to pick up on your jokes. When we were at the Kava bar, when we were at the Chill Lounge, shout out
Chill Room.
Chill Room. I keep calling it the Chill Lounge. It was a great place, and I think everyone's fantastic there. But your friend came up and was like, yeah, you didn't, it was funny. I was listening to your show, and, Brian, see, I just called you Brian.
Who the hell is Brian?
Ryan.
Is that your side host? Is that the show you're cheating on me with? Brian Hour?
Brian Roppy. Okay. So your friend said, oh, it was so funny when you didn't get the joke on air about
BDE.
Yeah, BDE. And when he said it in the moment, I literally had to think, what the hell is BDE?
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah. And I'm looking at him kind of like blankly staring. And he's like, yeah, big dick energy. And I was like, see, I still don't remember. Like, I am so bad with jokes.
I literally first heard that because of Pete Davidson, because of Ariana Grande's tweet.
Right. Anyway, speaking about doing things in my pile at an older age, Christy Brinkley is 69 and still looks
I keep thinking she's 49. I keep thinking she's 50.
She, just for anyone who doesn't know, Christy Brinkley is a former supermodel from the 80s.
Isn't it sad that you would have to tell people who she is?
Oh,
I feel
no
like
one would
everyone
know.
should know who she is.
I mean, they should.
But our audience of 18 to 34 is like, who is that and why?
She's so hot. She's so gorgeous, and she represented basically the modeling industry in the 80s. And now she is approaching 70 and still taking mirror selfies in a bikini, killing it. Holy crap. I can tell you right now, I do not look like that, and I am half her age.
So I didn't want to send you like 4 different articles about women getting older and them looking good because it's more of a visual. But there was one of Giselle. She looks good for 42. There was one of J-Lo. She looks good for her age. There's this concept. Martha looks good for her age.
Martha was just on, Slim's Sports Illustrated magazine, and I loved it.
How much of it's Photoshop? Or how much of it is a lot of makeup?
Obviously makeup, obviously some touch-ups, but the representation to have an older woman on the magazine, I think, is what counts. And I actually appreciate, Ryan, that you pulled all these articles about women, different ages, are you dropping hints about what are you trying to say? You really want a sugar mama.
I do not.
You do. You sent me 4 articles about women aging and looking ageless.
I'm looking at Daily Mail. What do you want me to talk about? Hunter Biden smoking crack and being a deadbeat father and a loser, and his dumb father who keeps falling at age 80 and should not be president? Or do you want me to talk about topics that are absolute garbage that actually go with our audience? We have 55% women, 45%, or it's like 38% men, and then it's like the other 7 are like whatever they identify as. It's like not identified. It shows me on Spotify.
Right.
So you gotta cater to the women out there. Also, I'm single, and every girl that talks to me on a dating app ends up listening to my podcast. So I gotta I can't be talking about pornography on here.
Right. Speaking of which, the last episode we came up with porn names for ourselves, porn star names, and my mom and her boyfriend were like, oh, yeah, so like your porn star name. I'm like, I sometimes need to just.
They look like a couple that, never mind.
Oh, God. Next in my pile, we're talking about Tom Brady, and he shut down the Raider speculation and says, I'm retired for good. So apparently in the news, the Raiders have approached Tom Brady about re-signing a contract.
Here's the funny part. Right now, the NBA is about to wrap up. Baseball is doing okay, But the moment that Tom Brady announced that he's not going to come back, 85 to 95% of sports radio was like, oh no, what are we going to talk about this summer?
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Let's talk for 5 hours about the chance of him saying that he might come back. Trust me, sports radio is the hardest job I've ever had. You got to find things to talk about when there's nothing going on. Here we can just talk about sex and picking our nose and make it funny. But when you're doing sports radio and there's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to talk about.
No, there's always a season of something. Think about when you watch the Olympics and you're like, holy crap, I didn't even know half of these sports were a thing.
Well, think about it. You got February and March. Mm-hmm. Think about February, like 1st through like the 22nd until spring training begins. If you don't have a Tampa Bay Lightning game, you are dead in the water. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? But then once baseball comes around, then you're saved.
I don't know. I think there's always a sport to talk about. But yeah, who's going to talk about? They're going to need another superstar to cling to, and it's not Tom Brady. Also, I cannot believe he went one extra season, completely ruined his marriage just to fucking retire the following season.
And have the first under 500 team ever.
Oh, that makes
that
me
he
sad.
was ever on. There's this crazy idea that now that I don't work in sports radio, I feel like I'm a little more free to say this, and I want to get your take before I do a live read. What is the chance that Thomas Brady?
What? And Giselle get back together?
No, I don't even want to say this because I'm going to piss off a lot of people. He's kind of a deadbeat dad.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he kind of is.
He just was confused. I mean, listen, if you're reaching a crisis, a turning point, a pivot, a crossroads in your life, and you're contemplating, what do I do? It's hard. It's hard. You have a lot you're juggling. You're a parent. You're a professional athlete, you know, and you're at the age where you have to consider retirement. That's a scary feeling. He probably pictured himself as a young boy with the dreams and the hard work of hopefully one day making it to be a professional athlete, which is slim to none chances. And then he made it, and then you get to the point of retirement, and you're like looking back behind you at your career, and you're like, wow, I can't believe it's over. And he juggled, and he's like, I'm still young, I still got it. And he had that mental, you know, back and forth.
I didn't like when he unretired.
So many athletes have done that, though. I mean, it's that mental turmoil of like, man, I still got it. I think I'm not ready to give it up. I'm not ready. It's not, you know, it really is the love of the sport.
I hated when all the Pittsburgh fans were like, see, Big Ben didn't unretire. And it's like, well, also Tom Brady wasn't accused of rape twice. Just saying.
Well,
it is the weirdest thing. When you talk to a female Pittsburgh fan, they defend Big Ben. You know about that? Locking the girl in the bathroom in 2010?
Oh, my God. No.
It was, he got suspended from the league for 2 games. And if you talk to any Pittsburgh native, they're like, oh, but Big Ben found Jesus now. I swear to God.
Well, I hope he did. Everybody needs a little Jesus.
You told me that after we got our pedicure, which we didn't talk about yet. We'll do a live read in a second. That pedicure, I wish I could feel every second like I do during that pedicure. Getting kicked in the back with the massage machine. I felt alive.
I feel like that needed its own break because that's a whole story on its own.
We'll get to that next. But first, this is being brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts. Ever since I've been going there and working out, Allessia, Calandra, you know what's happened? What? I've had more energy.
You look great.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We need to take your mindset and we need to take your friendship attraction to me by saying that. And we need to like not cast a spell. That sounds dangerous. But be like the men in, this is again weird. Tell every girl to think that, never mind. I'm handsome. I don't need to. You get where I was going?
Yeah.
To have every girl see me the way you see me, but only with attraction.
They just have to get to know you first.
That's the problem. That's the thing with me, is it's like, once you get to know me, you're like, it's fine.
Ladies, let me explain it to you this way. Ryan Hoppe is one of those gentlemen that the more you get to know him, the more attracted you are to him. And you would rather have him, a quality guy, than some guy that you're initially attracted to right off the bat that turns into a big jerk. You don't want that.
What a ringing endorsement.
Hoppe Hour.
It just takes a second because I'm so wonderful.
Call Hoppe now.
Please.
856-49-HOPPE.
He never holds back. and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
The year is 2042.
2042.
And Ryan Hoppe dies because of his intake of caffeine.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm proud of it.
I would be
I'm
so
so
sad.
energetic. You would go back to Brian Hoppe and do a show with him. You would be celebrating your secret 25th anniversary with him.
That's funny.
You know those like memes where it shows like a player that got suspended and they put like fake facial hair? That's who Brian Hoppe is. He's a tall 6'9" gentleman that can play basketball. That's the difference. In the second world, Brian Hoppe and Hoppe Hour, he's really coordinated and he's always rich.
That's so funny. I really have a problem with calling people by the wrong name. I don't even know a Brian that I'm thinking of to have called you Brian, but like I always call Mateo by the wrong name. I always call
That's going to make him feel good.
right every guy. Oh, the guy I'm seeing, I always call him the wrong name.
The same one?
The same one.
You're a fascinating person, Allessia.
Yes, let's not
you
talk about it.
Fascinating.
I always
Happy hot topic.
I saved you from saying anything more. If you were famous,
yes.
would you put? Well, you're going to be famous soon, baby. But when you become famous, let's say it that way.
Okay.
How much are you going to show the world, Mateo and Nadia?
Well, people would be able to dig and see that I've already shared them, so they're not really hidden.
Yeah.
But I would definitely have to set boundaries with, depending on how famous I am, with,
I'm talking about you're the next Robin Quivers and I'm the next Howard Stern. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're world famous. I'm already there. There's people that talk about my dating life online. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're getting there. We're not a small little package. We're like a medium package.
Oh, I'm a medium fry.
If Aisha Curry could go back, her and Steph Curry's 10-year-old daughter Riley wouldn't have been raised in the public eye.
But then Aisha wouldn't be famous. This dirty, rotten imbecile is the most annoying NBA wife of all time. Because Curry had women sliding in his DM about 5 years ago, and then she got mad and was like, hey, dudes, if you want to slide in my DM. And then she was saying, I'm sorry. And yeah, it was the whole thing.
Oh, wait. I did not know that. I thought their relationship was like so
admirable. Doesn't it seem so wonderful? Because they have an HBO Max show where they seem like they hate each other and they look really pretty, but then you find out that they have an open marriage.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of times the religion and Curry's mom cheated on his dad.
I could not have an open marriage.
Curry's mom cheated on his dad, allegedly. So it happens in the family. Trust me.
That's sad. I did not. I was literally looking at him with his girl courtside, like someone, and I was on the news the other day, and I'm like, what a cute dad. What a cute family. What a nice da-da-da-da. And listen, I'm not judging if you're into that, and that works for you. Great.
It never works long term.
I have the funniest thing to tell you about a relationship I just learned about that I think is like mind-blowing.
Who?
I would love to hear your concept.
Yeah.
Okay. Or I'd love to hear your take on what you think of this concept.
Tell me.
Okay. So I was at my neighbor Liz's house. I pulled up we don't have a fence. So I pull up and she's there sitting on her back porch with her friends in town that are visiting. And so her friend David shares with me that him and his wife of 18 years live 2 hours away from each other.
Oh, that sounds healthy.
They do not have an open marriage. They are not swingers, but they live in separate homes 2 hours apart.
Someone's cheating.
And they have had a solid 18-year marriage. And I was blown away by this concept. And he thinks it's great because it's like every time
I don't have to be around that bitch.
Every time you see each other again, he's like, it's like vacation all over again. Like you get excited to see that person and it's worked for them. Would you or could you be in a relationship like that?
It might make it work. Maybe that was the key to my past relationships that didn't work. Is they should wait, that's right. That's how it originally was. And then I moved in real quick. Get what I'm saying? Maybe he's doing it right and I'm doing it wrong. What?
Would you be in an open marriage?
Nope.
Really? I'm kind of surprised by your answer. I couldn't. I'm way too jealous. And I wouldn't, I have no desire to
Josh messaged me just now. Dude, what's up with your new girlfriend? See?
Who?
You. Everybody thinks because you even said it the other day that because you're friendly with everybody thinks you're like attracted
flirting?
to them. Yeah, so like you grabbing my cheek, everyone's like, that's not the only thing you're grabbing when that literally is the only thing you're grabbing.
Wow.
People literally think we're dating. It's actually kind of flattering.
I feel like I am a lover, but I feel like I love on you like a brother.
Yeah. That's what every dude wants to hear.
Can we please talk about our pedicures now?
Please, Allessia.
Okay.
I want you. No. I
had to convince him, first of all. It took a lot of convincing.
I could tell you were having a crisis day, so I only went to keep you happy. I only went to have a bonding little session with you. You know what I'm saying?
It was so fun. Okay.
We got the spa
music.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hopefully this isn't copywritten.
So I was texting Ryan, hey, I'm going to get a pedicure. Will you please come with me?
Yeah.
He immediately said no. I said, Ryan, please, I'm so sad. Please come get a pedicure with me. He goes, absolutely not. I said, Ryan, if you want me to do anything with you for the show, like an outing, like then you have to do this with me. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll come.
You didn't say that. You said, I've had Kava And Kratom with you. This is your turn or something. I was like, spicy.
Oh, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I met you at the Kratom bar.
Yeah.
So now you owe me, basically. And if you're at the Kratom bar right now, can you please bring me one? Which he did. So he shows up about 5-10 minutes after I got there. So I'm already soaking my little piggies.
Yeah.
And the ladies, I gave them a heads up before he arrived that he was coming.
He's kind of tall.
And
he's kind of big.
The little Asian ladies that are so sweet just look up at him and they're like, wow. And then as the lady's like doing his pedicure, I ask her, I'm like, are these the biggest feet you've ever worked on? And she said, they were.
I assume.
And then we thought it would be funny to like put a picture of him up on the wall as like the winner of like the biggest feet.
Yeah.
Like just largest feet. But he loved it. And I looked over and Ryan was just like, eyes rolled back in his head, enjoying his back massage on the chair. And he's like, this is amazing. And I need to incorporate this into my life. I'm like, yeah, dude, that's what I've been saying.
And then 24 hours later, I was biting the side of my cheeks and was anxious. I knew it was going to be short-lived.
It was so nice, though. Did you enjoy your time with me?
Yeah, it was actually pretty good.
It was nice. And then we decided we're going to do more outings together. Right? All right, that was it. We got cool pedicures.
Well, what do you want to do next? We're not going to a theme park.
I really want to go see Amir and take a class.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I think you have so much inner aggression that I think you would punch his bag for 2 hours.
Wow. Let's not talk about that.
You're the one. Remember You know what? You're a funny gal because you know why? You could literally. Are you the type of person that when you were growing up, you would take cookies from the pantry and then your mom would walk in and be like, did anybody take cookies from the pantry? And you'd be like, I swear I didn't take the cookies from the pantry. Because you kind of have that vibe that you kind of like tell on yourself. Or like you were caught cheating in high school.
I really have a hard time lying. Like my face will tell it all. First of all, I don't lie. And secondly, I didn't grow up lying. Like I always just ate a bunch of food all the time, which was bad on its own. Like they should have stopped me, but I just ate a lot. And then, yeah, but no, I think I'm not good at lying. Like you will tell that I am lying. Very
Why?
quickly.
How do we know if you're lying?
I think I start to smile.
You smile and you probably don't make eye contact.
No, I do. See, I think people get the eye contact wrong. Like if you look to the side and things like that, I've had my boyfriend say that. Like, oh, you're looking to the side, you're lying. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Your boyfriend.
Just my face. Don't look at me like that, Ryan.
I'm not looking at you in any way. Man, it's so easy for women to date.
Next on the news.
You know how easy it is for women to date?
Not this easy, Ryan. Kanye West is being sued for tossing a girl's phone that was photographing him. TMZ reports that he broke the woman's phone. She was filming him from the side of her car, and he reached in, grabbed the phone, and threw it.
He doesn't care. I love his degaff.
I would have done the same thing. I literally would have done the same thing. When you're that level of a celebrity and this is in your face all day long, who would not do that? I would do this today, not being a celebrity.
Oh, trust me, we know.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
But I want to be sincere for once. Thank you for the pedicure.
You're welcome.
It felt good.
Would we go again?
Yes.
Oh my God, we should go for facials next.
Is that where you put the cream on your face?
I mean, it's more than that. And they massage your shoulders too. We'll go to Maison Glow. I have a membership.
Of course you have a membership.
Yes.
You totally would have a membership to a place like that.
Of course.
Do you ever forget how many memberships you have?
No, but I counted one time. And guess what else I got?
Condoms?
No, I did not get that.
What?
But I should.
Please. We don't need another
just
baby.
signed on a Medi-Spa client who's going to be doing some work on my face, so I might be looking a little different soon.
Oh, no. Are you transitioning?
Maybe.
I would
Into a
honestly
hotter
be down with
bitch.
that. Imagine if you became a dude.
What would my dude name be? See, I'm so fixated on what would my name be if...
Alexander.
Ooh, I like that. And if you were a woman, you would be like Rachel.
I would be the ugliest woman ever.
Stop. I just saw a baby picture of baby Ryan and Mr. Hoppy, and they were very cute.
Oh, were we?
Very cute.
You're not just saying that?
Oh my God, that was the cutest picture ever. I told you we need to post pictures like that. It's so adorable.
You've been Facebook friends with me for 8 years. Do you not see it on Father's Day? And, I forgot Memorial Day. Well, oops. My bad. In my second life, I'm going to serve.
What are you going to serve? Looks?
Oh! No, in the military. You know how set they are? Yeah, it's a lot of bitch work.
Why are you doing that? Really? Is it because of your haircut? Is that why you're getting this haircut?
In my second life. Not in this current life.
Why do you want to serve in the military? And for which military? USA?
Whatever's the easiest that I have to do the least amount of work, because they get set with money for the rest of their life. You just do a bunch of...
So join right now.
I don't want to serve. I want to serve, but I don't want to serve.
You are way too lazy to serve.
I am the laziest hardworking person ever.
You are really hardworking, but you are also... How does that work?
There's one way...
The oxymoron that is Ryan Hoppy.
There's one way to describe my laziness.
What?
And it goes like this.
Smoke medical weed every day.
Touche. There it is.
Oh, man. This following segment is brought to you by westchaseprinting.com. Everyone likes my business cards.
Smoke medical weed every day.
You didn't give me one. Where are they?
Oh, man. It's in my car.
Oh, wow.
I leave it in the car, you know.
Well,
you have my number. You already know how to get a hold of me.
Yeah, but I like your business card.
I like you.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time to turn Hoppy on. He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour. Listen to Hoppe Hour at any time, anywhere. Search Hoppe Radio on all major streaming platforms.
Someone hook me up with a flame. I'm having a neck fit.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Anything else in your pile, or should I go to some of the celebrity news I have here?
What else we got?
Anything? You know what I got? I got news that Monday morning, let's just say I want to be careful, but look at my social media on Monday. I will be working with a morning show in Tampa Bay radio.
Woohoo!
Yes.
We can't announce.
I could announce it, but I don't want to announce it. You know what I'm saying? I want to wait till everything's official because my life's so good. I don't want to announce it early.
You do get weird about announcing early.
Spoiling the fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prematurely.
You get worried.
Prematurely. That's the only thing. Never mind. 856-49 Hoppy. That was a joke that was going to go down.
Yeah, I got
it. You're really catching on today to my jokes.
My gosh. I love the photo you posted of your mom and me and you.
You're my girlfriend because you held my cheek.
Yes, I love it. I have a guest audience member for today's Hoppe Hour.
I wonder how many people are like, how long until they break up? Which I'm not trying to manifest anything. I'm just saying, I wonder how many people look at it and actually think we're dating.
You think? You tell me that all the time.
Oh, people think we're dating all the time. I've had a few people go,
You know what I want to sing when I listen to you, though?
What?
Let me tell you about my best friend. That's what I want to sing. And I want
because Ryan Hoppe's in the friend zone.
Woohoo! I want to like hold your hand and skip. Ugh. What's wrong with the friend zone? Wouldn't you rather have it?
Well, I would rather be in the friend zone with you, but like being in the friend zone with someone from Tinder or Bumble or Hinge or whatever is not ideal.
I'm a good friend to have, and you are a good friend to have.
But you're like the only friend zone person I want. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I've had other people go, oh, we should just be friends. I'm like, no. I don't want to hear about every other dude in Tampa that's smashing you at night. I'm good. I'm good.
Maybe more friends are a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then those friends will bring you around their friends, right?
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I sound like Sean Connery.
Kris Jenner is making sure Scott Disick feels special on a major milestone.
She said a word, Disick. It's Disick. Disick.
Kris Jenner is making sure Scott Disick feels special on a major milestone. On Friday, the famous momager penned a heartfelt Instagram tribute to the father of 3 for his 40th birthday alongside a series of snaps of the two.
Happy birthday. Have fun with your midlife crisis. By the way, I got to be careful how I say this. You know who Kris Jenner reminds me of? But like...
Who?
Your mom.
Oh, my God.
But not in a bad way. Like, if Kris Jenner had good qualities, that'd be your mom. It's like she commands the room and has a bunch of pretty daughters and is...
That's funny.
But, like, she's not, like, selling, like, sex tapes to get famous.
Right. Yeah. No, I like Kris Jenner, and I like the Kardashians, and I actually think... people might beg to differ that they do have class when it comes to honoring Scott Disick as Kourtney's co-parent, because if you kept up with the show, which I have not, but I recently jumped back on board and watched a whole one episode. But if you watch the show from previous seasons, Scott used to talk a lot of smack about the Kardashians.
Yeah.
He wanted nothing to do with them. He thought they were overbearing. And then I believe he lost his parents and felt, alone and realized how special family was. So they have taken him under his wing in that sense, which I think is nice that they're still honoring him and not abandoning him because they could.
This is my favorite Kim Kardashian moment.
Chain tweet, all I told you.
Oh,
man,
my
Ray J, let me tell you something, mama.
Ew, I
When you
can't
jacking
even
off
hear
to
his
this,
voice.
when you really just in your zone.
Ew.
Go hard on them, homie.
That's the moment we'll all know them for. Not when they went shopping with their cell phones. This moment.
I'm so disgusted right now.
Man, Ray J, let me tell you.
I love how he has to
Ray
say.
J?
I love how he has to say his name in the video too, like to let
Oh
everybody
my
know so that he doesn't forget.
I want to put earmuffs on. Gross.
Oh, relax. 2 months ago, you're talking about going to a sex club, and then you came one time.
Sex club
or shop. You're not a clean person.
Oh my
You're not real life hand sanitizer.
Oh boy.
You're like a bottle of Jack. And I ain't coming back. What was that? Kesha?
A bottle of
TikTok?
Jack.
That was before TikTok was spying. It was a dumb song with Kesha.
Yeah.
TikTok, da-da-da.
Dun, dun. Okay.
I wonder why that tramp's on too.
Wow.
Oh, you thought she was good at music? You thought she was likable? She brushed her teeth with a bottle of Jack.
And she ain't coming back.
Oh, yeah.
New York City is full, literally. Proof of this, the metropolis of about 8 million is actually sinking under its own weight of skyscrapers.
Trust me, now it's literally sinking.
That is terrifying.
But it's actually been sinking for about 15 years.
Which is what reminds... So I was visiting a client today whose office is downtown on the 10th floor of this building. And I'm like, gosh, all these buildings going up. And we're so close to the water. And I don't know how that whole thing works with like measuring like how high above sea level we are. But like we're putting too many buildings up.
Doesn't it feel like all the buildings are empty? It feels like there's nothing in them. They just feel soulless.
And they kind of, yes, they do feel soulless. That's a great way to describe them, and very yes, observant.
I appreciate it. And you know why they're soulless?
Why?
It's because they were Rick Kreisman's plan.
Happy Hour.
Fuck you!
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Oh, you had something to add to that?
Yeah. So
okay, hurry up.
We're kind of friends with the Kreismans, so I don't second what Ryan just said.
I love you, Rick Kreisman. I'm not taking this out because I have my own opinion.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
I got no choice. We stealthy with the come up, we make no noise. I'm riding in the foreign, it's a Rolls Royce. I go and slap the hate up out of your voice. Yeah, I got no choice. I had to be successful for my homeboys. We pull up on your squad, we got more boys. We got them diamond dancing, I got more toys. I'ma be the greatest this city's ever seen. Mark it in your calendars, I'm coming for your team. That's a fact. Oh, no, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, bro. There ain't no cap, no. You talk to me with hate, then you just might get slapped. Oh, you tryna front now, you getting shut down. I don't do field goals, oh, I just go for touchdown. Yeah, they all wanna be like me. You missing from the box, and I'm scoring from the three, yeah. And I come with no degree. I'm messing with your girl, and she liking what she see. Oh, this is gangzy, y'all. When you walk into your city, you bring shame to all. When I walk into my city, it's my name to call. Putting in the work must be insane to y'all. I got no choice. We stealthy with the come up, we make no noise. I'm riding in the foreign, it's a Rolls Royce. I go and slap the hate up out of your voice. Yeah. Oh, I got no choice. I had to be successful for my homeboys. We pull up on your squad, we got more boys. I got them diamond dancing, I got more toys.
Yeah. I got more toys, and they bigger now. I got more toys, and they asking how. I'm headed straight to the top, throw me a lob, this is a bop. If it looks good, I cop. Get my shoes and socks, I'm on a boat, you on a dock. You all floor, I am a mop. Hop on my drop top, give me the ox, I'm about to pop off. Y'all already know, I'm about to pop off. I cannot stop, no. I just keep going and going and going, I cannot stop.
Yeah. Yo, I pull up with a gang, I must have bang. I might cop a range, if I want it, I'ma get it. I got it, forget it, yeah.
Successful, there ain't any other way. I never give the code to the safe. It's destiny, I ain't gotta say. It's no, I'ma get it anyway. I got no choice. We stealthy with the come up, we make no noise. I'm riding in the foreign, it's a Rolls Royce. I go and slap the hate up out of your voice. Yeah, I got no choice. I had to be successful for my homeboys. I pull up on your squad, we got more boys. I got them diamond dancing, I got more toys.
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
He never holds back, and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
And that was Lucas Brown with No Choice. That is going to be the summer of 2023. By the way, I was cleaning out the closet with Romeo and Richie Rich, who you can see Richie Rich, a.k.a. Rich Ortiz, do his thing at the Ritz every day, essentially. He hosts all the parties. And I found out that it's Hot Boy Summer. Again.
Hot Boy Summer.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's what Romeo said. Hot Boy Summer was, you know how Tom Hanks has that punk kid named Chet Hanks? That's the rapper that like beats up women in that, allegedly?
Tom Hanks has a son?
That's a rapper. That's like a piece of shit who like hangs out with Adam 22.
Anyone that came from Tom Hanks's body is not a piece of shit.
Tom doesn't really claim him. They have to explain his behavior. You don't know about Chet Hanks?
No, know, but that's sad.
Chet Hanks has a son. He like wants to be a gangbanger so badly. He hangs out with that Adam 22 guy with all the tattoos who does the No Jumper podcast and also does porn with his wife, which is really weird.
Wow.
I forgot that you have 2 kids, so you're not really up to date on Snapchat
the only
news.
thing that I'm thinking of is a lot of people lately, like my client and my brother, have been like, let's sell pictures of our feet. And I'm like, why? So I'm like behind on the fact that you can make money off of your feet.
How do I word this?
And then my brother showed me a picture he took of his feet. I'm like, what the hell?
I'm trying to think of how to word this. Give me 5 seconds here. 856-49 Hoppy. If you're at what you feel like is the end of a relationship and the other person brings up the idea of them wanting to do an OnlyFans, when I tell you run, I'm telling you run.
Happy hot topic.
Washington be in Oprah Winfrey's future. California senior Senator Dianne Feinstein's health challenges have kept the 89-year-old from D.C. for several weeks this year, and there is growing speculation that she may not serve out her term.
Why not? Literally, Trump opened up the floodgate years ago. Arnold Schwarzenegger opened it up years ago being the governor of California. Why not have Oprah run? She would finally contribute something.
I love Oprah.
Everybody watches
Oprah
the
for
O
president.
Network.
That
You
would
like
be-
Oprah?
I love her.
Sorry about the interrupting, Mike McVeigh. You like Oprah? You think she's a good thing?
So when I do branding for business, I always ask the client, one of the first questions is like, if your brand was a celebrity voice or a famous person's voice, who would they be? And when I was creating my own brand for marketing, I chose Oprah. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
She's strong, she's smart, she's professional, but she's still caring.
You're not in the closet, though.
She's not in the closet.
Oh, she's best friends with Gail, and you never see her husband. Get out of here.
You think Oprah's gay?
She's bi. Totally.
You are full of it.
You don't think she's hooking up with Gail?
They're besties, you weirdo.
And Abraham Lincoln didn't sleep in beds with men, too.
Really? No, I could see that. For sure he did. I didn't know that was a thing, but I'm calling for sure he did.
I went to Abraham Lincoln's house, and it just looked like a place that had a lot of...
Did you? Where is that? In Washington?
In Illinois. It's in Springfield, Illinois. I went there like 9 years ago.
How big is it?
It's like it just looks like an old house.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to think of like any movie from that era. Imagine a house that would be in that movie, and now it's this house. It was pretty big for its time.
Wow.
And I remember I took a picture of the bedroom, and I said, "This is where," because I had this is such good comedic timing by a 20-year-old or 21, recently turned 21-year-old. I said, "This is where him and his boyfriend used to hook up," and a lot of people laughed.
That's funny. So it's still standing.
Yeah, you can go there.
How long ago did Abraham Lincoln live?
Probably 150 years ago.
Wow, that's not that long ago.
It really is
seems
freaky.
Like so long ago.
I know. That's why I'm embarrassed to live in America. I'm like, it wasn't like...
Wow.
Like, if you watch videos on YouTube from 1950, there's an interview with somebody that was like either a part of the Civil War or was like in that era or was around slaves because he lived to be like 90 or 100 in 1950.
Speaking of,
What?
I just saw the new Little Mermaid movie.
How is it?
I cried my eyes out.
Are you on your period? I hope you are, because you were talking about not having an appetite earlier.
Anyways, back to the Little Mermaid.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
It was a very good movie, and I know there's been a lot of talk online and in the news about Ariel being black, and I thought it was so beautiful. I saw an interview with Ariel's real life aunt and granddad, and they were talking about how her grandfather's dad was a cotton picker. He was a slave at 5 years old out in the fields picking cotton.
Mm-hmm.
And so the aunt turns to the granddad and says, "Isn't it amazing that in your lifetime you saw your dad picking cotton and then your grandchild being one of the biggest superstars in the world, like one of like in one of the most famous movies that's out right now worldwide. And I was like, wow, that is something. Like, that is touching. It was a great movie. Highly recommend it. I loved it. I thought it was great.
That's good.
Yeah. What's your take on like characters being the same when they do sequels? Especially with Disney making
it's fiction. People
exactly.
that get
Why do
outraged
people
over it.
care? Exactly. I agree.
You know what's annoying?
What?
Is all of a sudden, the last few World Series have had record low ratings. People are excited that local baseball teams get filled up 25 to 45%. So no one really cares about baseball unless you're a baseball fan. Does that make sense? Like, you can not be a football fan, but be able to watch the Super Bowl and kind of know what's going on.
Right.
But nobody goes, oh, I'm going to watch the World Series or this baseball game. But like, football is a part of pop culture. Even
true.
the NBA, if it's like LeBron, this finals is not going to be. I'm excited for Denver and Miami, but unless you're from those two towns.
I would hope hockey is. I love hockey.
Hockey really is not. It's more of a local thing. But let me tell you, nobody recently in this century has said, oh my God, baseball is riveting. But then baseball comes out with an LGBTQ friendly logo and everybody is offended. Why are you offended? You don't even watch the sport.
You know, I was talking to my neighbor the other day.
Drink a Bud Light and shut up.
Won't use her name. Anyways, I think I mentioned to her like, oh yeah, I went to church today. And she said something like, oh, is it an LGBTQ friendly church? And I was like, well, not exactly, but I'm still open to everyone. And then she made a comment about like changing our language to suit, you know, everyone else or like people coming out. And I'm like, languages have changed so many times and evolved so much since the beginning of time. Like, that's why we have so many different languages. Like, it's meant to evolve and progress. So anywho, that's my take on it. That was like the summarized version, but I can't stand people's comments sometimes.
You want to know when that conversation should have ended? Is when she asked if the church was LGBTQ plus friendly.
Well, it's hard because I am very open to all, and I am a lover of all, but then I go to a church that obviously, you know, follows different thoughts.
Yeah, it's called being homophobic.
Yeah.
It's called being out of touch.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
No me gusta.
You know who I don't really like either?
Who?
Britney Spears is responding to ex-Kevin Federline's plan to move their two sons to Hawaii.
Get her as away from the kids as possible, right?
No.
Britney has consented to a request for her ex Kevin to relocate to Hawaii with their two children. Kevin's attorney confirms to People.
It just feels like they're getting away from Britney as much as possible. Like, it's not like they're moving to like Texas where it's like a 4-hour flight. They're moving to literally the middle of nowhere.
Not necessarily. Maui is one of the places Britney visits the most, actually. So I when I read that article, I thought maybe she's good with it because she loves and is always in Maui. So
the move would find her two children, 17-year-old Jaden and 16-year-old Sean Preston.
It's so weird seeing how grown up they are. I feel like they're always babies, and then there are these grown men that are like going to have mommy issues and date older women for sure.
Living with Kevin and their stepmother, Victoria Prince.
What does she look like?
Let me look it up. What is your take on Kevin Federline?
Not many dads have custody of their children, so this is a unique case, and it's a case that we are following because it's a huge celebrity. I think Britney has, what does she look like?
She looks like she looks like a
Britney
white
Spears.
she looks like a white trash, more normal version of Britney Spears that you would see drink alone on a Friday night at Soho.
This girl looked like she worked at the Wing House. He has a type, blonde, big boobs. She looks like a basic American chick, which is fun. Nothing's wrong with that, but that's what she looks like.
Her name being Victoria is the least surprising thing ever. She looks like a Vicky.
Yeah, she does. She does.
As his attorney, Mark Vincent Kaplan, tells the outlet, quote, it's an opportunity for Kevin and his wife, and the boys are ready to get away from the LA microscope.
Oh, I thought
they're in LA.
I thought they were going to say get away from their mom. Like, trust me, I can imagine.
For sure, if they're in LA, yeah, move somewhere else. I mean, Hawaii is not a bad option. That's a different lifestyle.
You know what they should have done?
What?
If they really wanted to get away from the paparazzi,
What?
paparazzi is not announce that they're going to Maui because it's not that big. So people are going to find where they live, and the paparazzi are going to live
I
there
mean,
and make money.
The paparazzi will follow you wherever
I'm just saying, when you're announcing it to the public,
right?
Like, people are going to find out, but they're already making plane rides. You know what I'm saying?
I feel for Brittany. I think she has a deep love for her kids. It's a shame she's mentally disturbed because of everything.
The pop star's attorney, Matthew Rosengart, reportedly wrote in a May 31st letter to Mark Vincent Kaplan that Brittany has no intentions to block Kevin's request.
She's like, whatever, I forgot I was a mom.
According to the letter obtained by Entertainment Tonight and Page 6.
My favorite Brittany memory is when she almost burned down her home gym. Remember that video? She's like,
You
oh my
told
God,
me about
guys.
it. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
She's so cute.
According to ET, Brittany offered her consent about 2 weeks after Mark Vincent Kaplan initially sent a letter requesting that Jaden and Sean Preston be allowed to move to the Aloha State. However, Brittany's attorney, Matthew, criticized Mark Vincent Kaplan for airing the matter publicly, branding it as undignified, ungracious, and unnecessary.
Whatever. I love this video.
Hi guys, I'm in my gym right now. I haven't been in here for like 6 months because I burnt my gym down, unfortunately. I had 2 candles and yeah, one thing led to another and I burned it down. Hi guys.
I just did a bunch of cocaine.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Anything you want to promote before we say goodbye? Never a right time to say goodbye.
So many things I want to promote.
Yeah, I didn't feel like ending on that one-liner. I was proud of it. I was good with it. I didn't really care. But I'm just looking out for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm going to shout out my newest client, Enduring Beauty Med Spa, located in downtown St. Petersburg for all your med spa needs.
Yeah.
And also Frankie's Italian Chop House coming soon to North 4th Street. It's right up the street from your place, Ryan. We are going to eat some good food there soon.
Hell yeah, and I'll bring a box of Tums afterwards. This has been brought to you by counselingoncall.net. When I tell you that I'm not going to say the name of my shrink, but if your mental health is a little iffy and you live in Maryland or Florida, you can always go to counselingoncall.net and tell them you heard about it on Hoppe Hour. This has also been brought to you by Astro Bliss Hemp Lemonade, ASTROBLEME.com. I can't really promote it because Facebook's a bunch of Nazis. I'm just kidding. Let me see. I got anything else to promote? FitSageFitness.net, Devin Prasad.
Easy Beasy Honey.
DZBZHoney.com. Use keyword happy. That's all the sponsors I have. We need more. I'm ready to add a few more.
We're good. I like who we have.
You don't want to add any more? We have 8.
That's a lot.
I want to have everyone sponsor me.
Okay, who do we want next? We need like a clothing brand. I need some clothes.
Yeah, you do. I really am projecting when I say that.
Can Target please promote us? Please sponsor us?
I was debating about talking about the fact that I had the best lunch ever, which was Tijuana Flats this afternoon, but then that conversation would have gone nowhere. But Tijuana Flats, if you want to sponsor Hoppe Hour, I wouldn't mind free food. We got to get a pizza place. That's our next deal.
Oh, yeah. We should definitely get Joey Brooklyn's.
So I hit them up, and they said they weren't doing it at the moment. We should do a game.
Okay. What's the game?
Have you hit them up and see if they say yes.
Okay. I'll go in there and talk to them.
All right. Thanks.
Happy Hour.
And like that, he's gone. Hoppe Hour is now over. Hoppe Hour is now over. Hoppe Hour is now over.